Hey guys, so I got a question from someone, and this has been a common question lately, and usually it goes something like this. Hey, I look a certain way, and I want to look bigger and stronger. I want to have the V shape, but I also want to lose weight. To me, this doesn't make too much sense. I'd rather you forget about the numbers completely. Forget about weighing a certain amount. Now, get started on some sort of strength training program. Get started on some sort of circuit where you're putting in a lot of work. You have to put adequate stress on your body. And I would advise you, if it's not a habit already, if you haven't been going every day, go every day. Go to the gym every day. Doesn't matter what you do, go to the gym every day. So creating good habits for yourself. This person also talked about estrogen in our food, which sometimes does happen through processing. My next advice to you, get away from processed foods. Don't eat, try to eat less things that are in a box, or quit eating them entirely. Get away from eating processed sugars or sugar in general. Look at the back of the box. Does it say something? And get away from soy. So if you're worried about estrogen, get away from soy, get away from processed stuff. If it says monosodium glutamate, if it says like lectins, like some of the soy products and stuff like that. There's a whole list. There's a list of 10 things you can get on foodmatters.tv. 10 food additives you should stay away from. Also 10, not just 10, but superfoods. They have a list of superfoods there too. Lots of good health food documentaries. So I'm not gonna sit here and educate you on all of this, but you should do this for yourself. To this particular person, some of it's your diet. 70% of your body composition is your diet, the way that you eat. So you need to change the way that you eat too. So some of the things that are on Tim Ferriss's 4-hour body that I liked were getting in 30 grams of protein within 30 minutes of waking up. I would suggest eating like 5 eggs. That, or you could protein scoop, whatever. Try to get all the processed crap out of the protein. Gold Standard Whey is a pretty good brand to buy from. It's free from banned substances. It's free from a lot of the preservatives and processed stuff. And it still has a little bit of taste, and they still put a little bit of sugar and stuff like that in it, but it's better than a lot of the stuff out there. So then drink 2 glasses of water. Just when you wake up, drink 2 glasses of water. You're gonna pee, you're gonna have to pee, your body's gonna flush that water out. Also eat 1 handful of greens with every meal. So dark leafy vegetables, spinach, Brussels sprouts, asparagus, there's some kale, any of those. Pick one of those, eat a handful of that stuff with every meal. Also, watch health food documentaries. There's so much good information out there. It's going to support you in eating better. So, Food Inc. Is scary. Food Matters, Hungry for Change, Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. There's so much good information out there that you're missing out on if you haven't watched these documentaries. You can find them on Netflix. You can find, I think, Food Matters on YouTube now. Somebody I think has like the subtitles in Arabic or something like that. But it's a great resource still, and that way it's free. In case you don't have Netflix or something like that. So also, I want to make sure that you're putting adequate stress on your body. So I went over some of the problems that people run into at the gym. So the first thing is not enough stress. You're not putting adequate stress on your body. You're probably not going to the gym every day. I gave you a program, just some program that I made up, so that way, and you don't have to pick my program. You can pick any program. In order to make it a habit, especially for people that are starting out, they aren't 3 years in, they aren't really strict, they aren't disciplined, go to the gym every day. And you only need to spend 30 minutes to an hour there, but you need to kick your ass. Every time you go to the gym, as you kick your ass, you need to put adequate stress on your body so that way it has the growth response. Our body builds according to the stresses we place upon it, induces that building response. If you want to grow, you need to go to the gym every day. Now understand, progress is slow. It could take, okay, for instance, I want you to do this program for a month, or whatever program you choose, for a month. In that month, you should only expect to gain between 1 to 3 pounds of lean mass and maybe lose 5, 10 pounds of body weight at the best. at the best, you should expect this. And you need to take baselines of your body weight and your body fat percentage, your lifts. You need to figure out where your baselines are for all of your lifts, especially the ones that you're going to do in the program, and track these things. So you can track macros, you can track your calories, you can track whatever. Track something, and measurements if you want to. Measure yourself. It'll make you want to do it more. Take pictures of everything that you eat. That's going to help you stay stricter on your diet. I don't know, post things on social media, even though it drives me nuts when some people do that. So the next thing that people struggle with is not getting in good food, not getting in enough rest. I don't think this is the case with the majority of people, though, that don't get into the gym. The next thing is bad posture, bad biomechanics, injuries, things like that. People end up being hurt during certain exercises, and they're confused on what to do. They have too much stress. They aren't doing deep breathing, aren't doing yoga, things like that, to disperse some of the stress that they're feeling, and these things are causing them more injuries because they're not doing the exercises correctly. So it's your job to figure out if you can't do an exercise correctly, if you're having issues performing regular exercises, because some of the lifts that I'm going to give you, you need to do some research and find out how to do these correctly. You need to have correct posture. You need to have good posture. It's going to support you in growing. If you feel pain that's in the joint, not in the muscle, muscle's fine. Your muscles should feel sore. You're going to be sore, especially in the beginning. Take it easy in the beginning, grow on it. It's a process. So I'm throwing a lot of stuff at you guys right now. But so this is the program that I've created. Really, really simple program. But basically, you can add whatever you want to this. Here's the program. Go to the gym every day. It's a 3-day split. So make sure that you track these lifts, track anything. The first day is back. This is really simple. You should add stuff to this as you start to make progress. Deadlift 5x5. So starting out with 75% of your max, and this isn't a max that you need to find. You should do one of the mass calculations. Go with whatever number you can come up with, and then pick 75% of your calculated max. And even your calculated max should probably be like 90% of your actual max. So deadlift 5x5. Pull-ups, do 30 pull-ups. Don't use resistance, don't use help, don't blah, 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 whatever. Okay, overhand grip, wide grip. Do 30 pull-ups. They don't all have to be in a row. Break them up into sets. Do one at a time if you have to. Low row or T-bar row. Do 3x12, 3 sets of 12. And be very strict on this. You can do bent over row, you can do whatever kind of row you want to do, but be very, very strict on the way that you do this lift and make sure you do it with good form. Second day, so those are only 3 lifts, right? But if you focus on it and you make sure that you're putting enough stress on that muscle, you will see growth. Second day, this is front of the body, all pushing exercises. Overhead press 5x5, same thing, 75% of your max, and then going up 5 to 10 pounds on each consecutive set, just like deadlift. Push-ups, do 50 push-ups. Good form. I made a video on push-up form, keeping torsion in the shoulders so that you don't feel weak in your shoulders. You don't feel it in your shoulders, feel it in your chest and your triceps and your core, keeping your core tight, keeping your butt squeezed, coming up and down with good form. Toes to bar, 30 strict toes to bar. If you can do it. If you can't, do V-ups, do sit-ups, do whatever, do crunches. Make sure you feel it. If you don't, do more. I don't care. However many it takes for you to feel like your abs are completely devastated. Day number 3, squats. Front squat, actually. Front squat, 5x5. If you can't do this, it's probably because your thoracic spine is really tight. You need to do some stretching. You need to do some corrective exercise. You may need to see a sports performance physical therapist, a sports performance chiropractor, a sports performance whoever to fix these issues. Your general run-of-the-mill physical therapist probably won't have you changing a lot of your biomechanics. They'll probably just try and aid you, and then or see an Olympic lifting coach, see whoever is going to support you in getting better lifts. So front squat 5x5, same strategy as before. Hamstring ball curl, 4 seconds forward, 4 seconds back, focusing on squeezing the hamstrings and the glutes when you pull the weight back. And then banded walks, so putting a band just above your knees, sitting and then moving left and right, keeping your toes pointed forward, not out as you do it. So you should feel this in your butt and the outside of your legs, your abductors, and maybe do 100 yards one way and 100 yards the other way. Oh, and then you can even walk forward too to work on your hip flexors and things like that I don't have. So that's it. That's all I have to say about that. I think he asked me a question about juicing too. I didn't cover that. I have talked about like juicing vegetables for getting the nutrients and things like that out of them, and Food Matters endorses this, and they really like it. That health food documentary I talked about. And the more that I've talked to nutritionists now, the more they say, well, that's great, but all you're getting is the fructose out of the fruit. All you're getting is the the juice out of the vegetables. The best part is the fiber. The best part is the vitamins and minerals that are in the foods themselves. So I say no to juicing. I say no to cleansing. It's whatever. I mean, you can cleanse, you can juice, you can fast if you want, but remember that it's a long process. Your body builds material and continues to build material. It builds muscle, it builds fat. If there was a diet that worked, then there would only be one diet, the one that worked. Our body continually builds materials, and so you have to be responsible and choose things that are going to support you for your life. So this isn't just, oh yeah, do this for a month, that's going to change your life. Maybe it will. Maybe you'll see 10 pounds of muscle. Maybe it depends on how strict you stay, right? So basically, get in the gym every day, eat better things. If you have biomechanical issues, go see someone that's going to help you, going to support you, going to teach you the correct way to do lifts so that they don't hurt, and is going to fix some of your posture problems and things like that. Do yoga. And biomechanics. Elliot Hulse has a great bioenergetics warm-up. I meant bioenergetics when I said it the first time. So I know I'm a little all over the place today, but I feel like that was a lot of information that this person could really use. Alright guys, that's it. So if you have any questions, send them to tonydavidmoore@gmail.com. You can also send me a message on Facebook Messenger. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like my Facebook page. Thanks for watching these videos, and stay tuned for more of Tony's Tips.